Shalom, Kahalayim Layahau Bashim Yahawashai, Bacha Racha Kwadash. This James 1:1. James, the servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahushai Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. So this is going to be real easy to understand. The 12 tribes that James is talking about are the 12 tribes of Israel. The people from those 12 tribes that were scattered are called diaspora, or the dispersed. The lost sheep, in other words. So he's talking to them. The Bible is talking to us, like in general, to the Israelites. So we're in Babylon. We come from different backgrounds. But how did we get here? What forced us to migrate or to move or to be placed somewhere else? Because there's a thing called the reservation. So there's a reservation, and it's a little piece of land where the federal government disperses indigenous Native Americans, or the tribe of Gad, and then slavery of the southern kingdom, Benjamin, Levi, and Judah, what is more famously referred to as, the slave trade, the Atlantic slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, my bad. But the thing about that is transatlantic just means across the Atlantic. The northern kingdom was the first ones to go across the Atlantic. And it's important to know this. I mean, it's not about what happened to Judah or what happened to the northern kingdom. It's about what happened to us together as a family. We were both dispersed. It happened to all of us. If it happened to you, it happened to all of us. So that's who James is talking about. And a few months ago, had this silly hillbilly pastor. What the fuck was his name? Anyways, it wasn't even worth remembering. But he came up to my door, and I didn't come out with my garments or nothing like that. I'm on my way back to the office. This is the end of my lunch, so I'm doing it during work. So this guy comes over and he knocks on the door. He asked me my name. He introduced himself. He asked me my name. I gave him the old slave name. And then we started conversating. It was about the Bible, so the conversation I remember. His name, not so much. He was like, aren't you afraid of all this wickedness? And I was like, no, because the Lord made it. And then he was like, oh yeah? And I remember this vividly, because he said, what do you think about James 1:13? So he was I'm gonna scroll up to it. So he was in there talking his stuff. You can see it on the screen. I'm not gonna look at it because I'm driving. I don't want to get pulled over. So he told me about it, and I was like, hold on, Cletus. For those of you who don't know, Cletus is a character, a slack-jaw hillbilly on The Simpsons. So when somebody says something stupid, I refer to them as Cletus. And that's just a way for me not to fucking get triggered, right? So not to get pissed off. But it's fucking funny, see, because it makes me laugh. So you can't get angry when you when you're smiling, okay? You can't do that. It's impossible. So this dude, you know, I give him a B for trying. He tried to say, well, you can't tempt the Lord with evil, this, that, and the other. And I said, no shit, he made it. Isaiah 45:7, I told him. And I told him, please get it. I didn't say please. I mean, you can imagine the way I talk. So he got it, read it, and we went back to James. And he was like confused as fuck, man. Confused as fuck. He was like, well, I need to do some more studying. And my next door neighbor is one of my longtime friends. I known him since 7th grade. And he knows I preach. And we agreed to disagree, but you know, we're still friends. So he was fucking laughing. He's seen it, and then he came over right away. He was like, man, I know you told him something. Because he heard it. He heard what he said. But the point is, this message is for the Israelites. And then I told him, let's start at the beginning of the chapter. Not knowing that it starts off like that. It starts off telling you that this message is to the 12 tribes. So, you know, he didn't go to it because he got mad. His spirit got riled up, and then he said, well, you believe what you want to believe. And then I called him a wicked, and then I told him, you know, I didn't tell him to dip. We could have still kept talking, but he left. Because he was bringing his Jehovah's Witness mumbo jumbo, and I wasn't having none of that gumbo. So we disagreed. And I wasn't going to tell him the whole shebang. I was just going to tell him. I just told him basically about the letter J. Basically, that's what these Christians get all hung up on. They don't know anything, really. And I say Christians because there was a guy named Serapis Christus. That's where the word Christian comes from. Man, this is going to be... I'm going to use this for this week's camp. So I've been working my ass off at work and at home, trying to put things together for my little game fowls, because that's my little job too, my little side thing. But this is going to be a topic for camp this week. It's never too soon or too late to bring something back up. You can always do it. So there's just the letter J by itself caused confusion in that guy, and he didn't really know the scriptures. He thought he caught himself knowing the scriptures, called himself knowing the scriptures. He was like, but this is, and then I just hit him with that Isaiah 45:7, and he was stunned. And then he I think I said the name of Yahweh when we went to Isaiah 45:7, because he had a tablet on his hand. He scrolled all the way to the word, and then that was another thing. See, so when you have a conversation with people, it's better to have it during camp, because that's edification right there. So I learned to, and that's the second time that happened. I learned to not say so much. Maybe next time I'll even invite him. I think I did invite him to Harrison 9th, because it was in Armona, and Armona's a town neck down to the west. man, that could be talking for hours. But then people start yelling and shit. I know I like to yell. I like to get excited. There's nothing wrong with getting excited. Shit, passion. Well, I'm here. I was just going on about certain things I'm going to talk about this week on camp. Must be talked about again and again. So, Shalom. And this Bible, this truth of the Bible is only for the elect, and 1/3 really, because the 2/3 is just as bad as the Edomite. And you Edomites are the white people, so-called white people. Until the next time I say Shalom.